Look at that. Look at all the blood. You know, eating liver is like eating a leech.
Ew. That's disgusting. Ugh.
Look at it.
Ew.
That's like a leech.
Oh, that's gross.
Bum, 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 bum,
Ew.
bum, bum. Are you filming?
Yeah.
Ha!
Ew.
Look.
Ew, that's nasty.
Yeah.
I can't eat that.
A little bit of liver.
No.
Well, everybody, thank you for tuning in. I told Amanda, I said, turn that camera on. We've been running and going and doing, and so I needed to cook something, and we're going to... Sometimes I like to just bring you guys into our real life of everyday stuff, and this is what we do. Mm-hmm. We're just like you. Eat, cook, argue, fight.
Yeah. Work.
Yellow.
Yeah.
Yellow. Yell.
Yellow.
Scream.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go. I'm going to turn this down. I'm going to check on it here in a minute. This is an induction cooktop. Look, see, it
Very
goes
nice. Yeah. What brand is that?
Dutch Top.
Oh, there it is.
Induction cooktop expert.
Oh, it's really nice.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to turn it rascal over. Look at that.
Ooh, the
Liver. Love it.
Oh, God.
Now listen, I was a vegan for 3 years. Yep. And don't know if I did it wrong or wrong. I'm not against people eating whole food, plant-based, and vegan and all that. I'm just trying to eat something I hope that'll make me healthy. And I do feel I've done both. So we're going to see.
Do you feel
better.
stronger eating meat?
Amanda, I did 80 push-ups yesterday.
I know you did that, so I'm
Here's my ashwagandha.
Could you have done it vegan? Do you remember being... The only thing I don't agree with you is that you self-medicate a lot. I don't like that.
What do you mean self-medicate?
Like that. You don't know if your body is lacking that. Like you'll take that.
No, that's not a lacquer. That's an adapter.
But why do you need that?
Well, it's supposed to be good for you.
Look, yeah, but
Says, look here. It'll make you
know.
taller, smarter, and more handsome.
Well, it ain't working. So let's move on.
All right,
Okay.
we'll leave that cooked.
Okay.
All right, come on in here.
All right.
All right, so we've been, as you guys know, we wanted to talk tonight about our sales staff, all right? Our news online sales staff that is not here. They're outside the office, and you guys are selling our Incrediboxes. So I want to walk through the process of what you do. Oh, sorry, that's Amber.
Okay.
Should I get it?
Go ahead and grab it.
Let me get it. Phone's answered. All right. So we want to talk about our sales staff that is online. And so online we have an ITH employment. You can click on that. You fill out your application. After you do your application, you'll get a contract. Now, when you get your contract in, you have to fill out the entire contract. We've got over 370 some people that have registered, but only about 170 have went through with the contract. So there are people that are getting an application but not following through. Now, I don't know if they've just changed their mind. The contract is nothing that locks you in for life, nothing. You can cancel it, do whatever you want. But when we pay you $500 for a house that you sell, you know, there's a 1099 form we have to send you for tax purposes. Some people may not want that. I don't know how you do what you want with your taxes, but we have to make sure that we properly give you a income tax or a 1099. Hey, you made 20 grand or 10 grand or 5, whatever it was for that year. That's up to you.
It's a law.
It's a law, so we have to do it. It's a contract. We had to do that. It's not just, hey, I'm gonna fill out an application. We send you a check. We've got to keep track of that. But it doesn't pinpoint you, doesn't lock you down or anything. It's just a formality that we have to go through. All right. So after you get that, let's say you want to sell a house, and I'm going to get into the marketing and advertisement of it a little bit later. But when let's say you want to sell a house, this is not a referral program. It's not something that you go, hey, do you want to buy an Incredibox? Call this company, and then we do all the work.
Right.
That's not how it's done. It's really that you guys do all of it. You market it, you sell it, you get the contracts, you get them to pay for it, you get all that done yourself. Then we get notified that a contract's filled out and that the money is either going to be wired or sent a check. And that's all we do really here. That's really, I love it because you guys can do all the selling, you can do all the advertising, do all the marketing. You fill out the contracts, everything. And so,
And I love it too that it's simple because the
Yeah.
contract is simple. The Incredibox is a simple. All you have to do is show them the video.
Yes.
This is it. If you follow us, it's going to be an easy sale.
yeah, yep. And so what we have done for you is you will be getting links to, and I've just talked to my brother. He's the one that kind of put all this together and put this format together. So let's say you do have, he'll send you an email. Email has a link to the contract that you need to send to them. When you sell out, when they fill out the contract, the money, the prices, everything is there. You just have to just fill in the appropriate information of the buyer. And if they're out of state, it'll figure the state tax, whatever they got to have, or in state, it'd be state tax
Right.
or not. And it takes care of all that. You just fill it in, send it, done. It goes back to Sam.
Well,
Sam,
did you do step one?
step one. What?
Step one, going to the website.
For what?
They have to get a pin.
Well, yeah, I thought I went past that. All right.
Yeah.
So, step one, you apply online. Step two, you get a contract. After you fill your contract out, then you'll get a PIN number. It's a 4-digit PIN. Then if you sell a house, you'll be sent a link to the contract. You can send your customer the link. They will fill it out as a place for your 4-digit PIN. Fill that out. That goes back to Sam, right? He monitors the contracts, make sure it's all set and done. Then when the money comes in, wired, checked, however that's notified, then he notifies us. We get a copy of the contract, the wire information, all that. Pretty simple.
It is pretty
It's done.
simple.
So all you guys, you have to answer the questions. You have to do all the information that they're going to want: how big, how tall, how long, how weight, all that stuff. And a lot of that's on our website. We're going to do some more videos that'll help you. But we've done a ton of videos on the Incredibox, and so now you have to get kind of imaginative about, hey, what are we doing? How are you gonna sell this? What is it gonna look like? And Amanda was coming. It's like there's so many uses for this thing. That's why we like to show you a lot of people coming to get it. The gentleman from California is going to do his day trading in it. Another guy they were gonna put their mom in it.
Yep.
One was gonna put their dad in it.
That's right.
Then 2 or 3 people are going to do Airbnbs in it. There's so many things. People, there are people buying these and doing nothing with them, but they know they're going to use them.
Right.
Because they know that $20,000 is not going to stay there forever.
Right.
So they're trying to jump on board. Then we got, of course, the off-grid. Well, let me say, we have the solar Incredibox, and then we have the off-grid Incredibox. These are coming off the line 3 a day. We backed off from our production. We're not selling 5 a day, so we're backing off and taking more time with the 3. We can add more to the line if we need to, but we're doing 3 a day. That's 12 a week. And with that production, we're going to be able to build everything that we have online right now sold, plus the Grove.
Yeah.
And we can add, and so we've got a lot of room to sell a lot of homes.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So what you all will do is come up with ideas. There are people using SketchUp that they can do a complete, walkthrough of an Incredibox, and then you can add different colors to it, make it before and after. Of course, you can use our videos that we've done on YouTube, on our website. Of course, you can use the website, lead them to there. They can look at it, get back with you, walk them through it. Hey, let me check my meat.
I was going to say it's sizzling in there.
It's sizzling, man. Yep. Ooh, that's about done. Yeah. All right, I'm going to turn it down. There we go. All right. So one thing that I wanted to talk about is the marketing and the advertising. Now, we showed a video of a young lady who did a video of the Incredibox and used some of our clips on our YouTube show. She actually did her own by doing all these cool different clips of picking them out and talking about the Incredibox the way she wanted to. And then she talked about college students need them. There are campuses at colleges that have RV parks near a campus for kids to stay at. That's something you can do. There's also,
Which I wasn't aware of.
yeah, I didn't know either. And I don't know how many there are in the
I don't
country.
either.
But it's worth digging into. We have to expose people to the idea of these Incrediboxes that they don't know they exist. I know out west and other big cities up in the Northeast and up north, their value of a home is like crazy. I mean, 20,000, they'll buy a used car for that.
Exactly.
Down around here in the Southeast, people are born and raised on the same property they're born and they die on. So they don't spend money like that. Very seldom. If you go in big cities, they might.
Right.
But you got to know your demographics of where you're going to go and who are you selling to.
Who's your target?
Yeah,
who's your
your
people?
target? And in explaining and in kind of thinking really outside the box. You thought about, the fires out west. This house is not fireproof, but it's fire resistant. It has a metal roof, metal walls, metal everything.
Right.
So it will withstand a fire a lot more than a regular stick-built home. That's something to contend with.
Well, something that I've noticed more of, our customers here that actually stay here on the property are women.
Yep.
Okay? The ones that are picking up the
And
Incredibox.
let me show you this evening.
What?
Look at beautiful Amanda. Look at
You don't
her.
have to show me. Oh,
Yes.
Oh my goodness! I put a dress on today.
Well, you're talking about ladies. Let's get a lady talking about them.
Okay. Well, anyway, now you make me nervous.
Nah.
Like, I wasn't even ready for that.
You can't be nervous. 2,000 videos.
I know. Okay.
Meow.
Okay. So what I wanted to say is that I've noticed that the whenever we sell a house and it comes in to the community or on the mountain or anything like that, it is mainly ladies. But I've noticed that the people who are picking up, there's been a lot of men. There's been a lot of husband,
that's right.
wife. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's been more men and things like that. They've been for an office, been for making income. They've been doing things like that. So it's been different. So the people who are picking up and taking, it's not just women. I just thought that was interesting. I just realized that the other day.
I did too. Last week I thought, God, we've had 5 guys come and get these things.
I know, exactly. And I was like, that's very rare for us. We have some husband and wives. We probably have about a good 5 to 6 couples out here and stuff like that are living here. But it is mainly women, single women.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just thought that was interesting.
AARP.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
We've got Rick down in Florida is really hitting on
Yes.
low income
Let me grab you
and
down.
the senior population in
Yeah.
certain areas. Also, in Florida is a big thing is these trailer parks. Man, they're full. People are snowbirds, right? It's been for 100 years. People have done
Right.
that. To regroup and get into an Incredibox. I know it's
Right.
super small, and it's not going to fit everybody. But there's a demographic for that.
But you really have to figure out where can these go and what kind of people do you want to market them to. So, to be honest, we're providing all the information. You don't have to come up with anything. You just need to create something to what you want to put out there for yourself. You need to market yourself.
Yep.
Because the product is the product.
Yeah.
The Incredibox, I think, is an easy sale.
Can you imagine?
It is what it is.
Hey, take it down to your local farmer supply, or like a brochure.
Yeah.
$20,000 hunting lodge, hunting portable. That I got a buddy who's taking it to Rural King, and he's working with Rural King about getting brochures and stuff.
Right.
Now, if you live around this area, we've actually allowed people to come and get one, take it to a location for them to show. That hasn't happened yet. We took out one to Nashville.
Right.
But I always even thought about if we have a location of people clustered together, maybe in one state or several states, people could actually pitch in and maybe buy one for a couple $1,000s and everybody share the Incredibox for marketing if they wanted to. I don't know if that's
to me, if I was a salesperson, I wouldn't even need an Incredibox. I can sell those Incrediboxes.
We sold them
I
without
don't need
building
one.
them, didn't we?
Yeah. I don't need to go set up. I don't need to go do anything. I can sell it. I know I can. If I want $500,
Okay.
believe me, I
so
can
where would
sell
you
it.
go? Where would you go to sell? How would you start selling an Incredibox?
Well, I think I would start finding out where they could
Can
go.
I have this there?
No, you don't need me again.
Yeah.
Well, through all the, it ain't
How would you sell an Incredibox?
I would find out where they can go. I would start targeting some of the cities. I'd start calling where they could be placed to where people can go. I would find out about
So you
RV
would go to
parks.
you go to your city hall,
I wouldn't go to just mine. I would go
local towns,
I would go to where I knew that they were accepting these. I mean, I would be
online, right?
Yeah, online, and I'd get on TikTok, and I would get on all the social media. I would do Instagram and do all of that stuff.
You
and
can do a
target
Q&A
it.
and find out about people needing homes.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's a good idea. I would take Q&As and stuff like that and find out about that. I'd
Let's
go to
talk
women's
housing.
groups and things like that.
yeah.
All kinds of housing authority
Churches.
places at churches. I mean, if that's all I did, I would dive into it 100%.
$500 a house is the
$500
income.
a house.
You sell one home, it's $500.
$500 a house.
Can you imagine you sold a couple a month?
Yeah.
Wow.
My God, it'd be unbelievable. And two,
Yeah.
I would still go go approach Lowe's. I would approach, what is it up at the 407?
Yeah, Cabela's or no?
There's Cabela's, but
Bass
the other
Pro.
one, Bass Pro, all these other kind of places and stuff, and just get it out there.
Yeah.
I'd call the government. I would do what we're doing here.
Yeah.
We're trying to do all the marketing with
Talking
that.
to the mayor.
We're talking to the mayor. We are calling the government. We are filling out applications. We're trying to do FEMA. We're trying to do multiple units. We're trying to do things on a big thing. But you know what? An independent
need to, too.
salesperson can do the
They're
same
just
thing.
like us.
It's the same
'Cause
thing.
we're not taking a house anywhere to advertise
No.
these things.
I would do it. I'd hit some of these big dogs and
I'm
say, you
telling
know
you.
what? I want to sell multiple units. Do you all need them? Want them? Something.
Yes.
So I aggravate people to death. So they'd be like, okay, we'll buy 100 if you'll quit calling us.
Yeah, well,
So,
they got them big RV shows. One's in Arizona.
Yeah.
They're in your local town, all this stuff. And if
Yeah.
you could take some sort of, printed ad, brochures,
Yeah,
how
just
would you
don't
do that?
think that this is an easy walk in the park. Say, let me just, like you said, like it's a referral. It's not a referral program. Believe in the product. If you believe in that Incredibox, then sell it. Just sell it. Say, my God, it is $20,000. Like, you know what? Shame people. That's the way I did my kids. You just shame them to death, or you nag them to death, or something.
Yeah.
Because it's a good product. You need to, you believe in the product. It's a $20,000 house. This guy that came here the other day, Randy will attest to this. He was pretty negative dude that come up on the lot.
Man about popped him in the mouth.
We about had it. I had about enough of his
What
mouth.
did he say about
He
it?
comes back.
Let me turn my stuff off.
I about let him have it. I mean, he was like snarling and looking at it, and it was like, my God, what's it made out of? And what's this? And all this, that, and other, and stuff like that. And he said, $20,000. And I said, you said $20,000 like that was too high. I said, do you believe 20,000 is too high? He said, God, yeah, I think it's too high. I said, where in the world can you go get a full house to live in for less than $20,000?
And that's when I grabbed man by the neck and I said, come on, we're going out of here.
He grabbed me by the neck and pulled me back.
She was ready to pounce
I was
him.
ready to I
Oh
had
my
to
God.
clock him, man. I was like, buddy, you can hit the road.
Yeah. Yep.
So anyway,
So you can tell she's a little passionate about
I'm a little
play.
passionate about it, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's believe in the product. It's $20,000.
Yes.
And
we're
I
staying at
love
that-
when you
yep.
get creative too. I love when you say, hey, get a bunch of people together, go in together with your family and stuff, like 4 or 5 of you, and buy it and
So
do something.
If you are sold to the dream that we're sold
If you
into,
are, yes.
that you think this is an answer for people to
Yes.
buy, and it's for housing, and it's
Yep.
helping in all these issues.
Yes,
Buy one.
buy one.
Let's get it going.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen. Let's get excited about what
That's
we're
right.
doing. Pitch in 3 or 4. Go into a church group.
I know, exactly.
You know what? Let's think about that. You got a church that
Mm-hmm.
has a youth group.
Yep.
And they said, we can buy money, we can make money selling
Yes.
these things. Let's all buy one. Let's decorate it. Let's make it camo. Let's make it pretty. Make
Yeah.
it pink. You can do all this stuff and sell it into your town and city
Right.
and research it, and then make it a project where the church sells these things
Yeah.
and it feeds whatever you want to do in the town. Even schools.
Yeah, and one
Schools can do
of
it.
the other things that I believe in too is that I have 2 people who were homeless and that live on my property.
Yeah.
If you're serious and you really want to help people, go forward with it. If
Yes.
you've got the money, get it, put it on your property, and help. It might just be one person, but that's one less person on the street.
You got it.
That's one person that if you have the time
Yeah.
that you can help them or get them somewhere, try it out. I'm not saying to be unsafe, and I'm not saying do anything that you
Right.
don't feel comfortable doing.
Yeah.
But I felt comfortable doing it. I felt like that I could handle it, and I did, and it's worked out wonderful. And that's two people who have a home now, because I love them to death.
Yeah.
They have a home forever where I'm at.
Yep. I know.
It changed their lives.
It did. And
Yeah.
there's people that can afford to do that, Amanda.
Yeah, exactly.
People can afford to buy a Credibox and do that, and
Yeah.
it's going to be served in so many other areas because,
Yeah.
like we said, the longevity of this house can last for years.
Somebody
and years.
asked that. They wanted to know the longevity of it.
All right, so I have seen this material right used as a structure
Yes.
for almost 30 years now.
Yes.
All right, in where I'm from here in Knoxville and stuff, and it looks exactly like the day it was built.
Yeah,
No deterioration, no discoloration, nothing.
that's right.
It's the same.
Yep.
And we even make them better than those structures because we put a metal roof on it, right?
Yep.
So we do a continuous galvanized metal roof on top of the panels. Those homes didn't even have anything on top of the panels as a roof. The panels were the roof. So we protected the roof system on top of that.
Right. Yeah.
The windows are taped and silicone, and we're doing that process even better every single day. We're learning
Yep.
more and more. But yeah, the material itself, I don't see it deteriorating. And underneath is a pressure treated 1/2-inch plywood
Yep.
that's fastened to floor joists in the trailer. It's strapped down. We got ringlets. You can tie it down to the ground. This is almost. I couldn't tell you the lifespan on this.
Yeah,
thing.
I know.
It's going to be here while we're gone.
I know. One of the other things too that I know that you've brought up before is that if you're creative in trying to find a way to sell these, go to places where there's people who have a lot of land, and just go to their house. Just approach them, send them a
Yeah.
letter, find out their address, send them a letter, say, hey, I'm just telling you this. You may not be aware of something, but this could be an income producing project for you.
Sell the
You
off-grid one.
Sell the off-grid.
The
that
off-grid's
won't-
$30K.
Yes.
Right now, it's just $30K.
Right.
It has everything. They do not have to run any utilities, like nothing. All right. Now you have a gray water system, and I'm looking into a gray water system right now that can actually be filtered. 100% of your gray water
Yeah.
could go back into your drinking water.
Right.
It's not mine. I developed one about 5 years ago, and it was a little bit too much labor involved in it, so it wasn't real practical, but it did work.
Right.
This is now becoming a commercial way of handling gray water that's out of your sink and out of your shower that can go back into your holding tank.
Right.
Which is my big thing is I want to go to the desert or Wyoming. I want to go there. And I want to build a community that is off-grid, that is completely 100% off-grid.
Right.
And we live in these awesome homes like this right here that have got water, power, sewer, and everything they need.
Yeah.
Get outside the box, everybody.
Right.
Man, I dreamed about, I heard, and I'm going to keep going, I'm going to let you guys go, but I heard that San Francisco pays, and this is, who knows if this is true, so they pay like $75,000 a year on each homeless person.
I heard that.
Now,
Yes.
that might be revenue they're losing, maybe because of the money, it could be the police officers, maybe the city cleaning
Right,
up after
whatever
them.
it is.
All that is. And a credit box is $20,000. Could you imagine if the city gave us $75,000 for an credit box, and we were able to take 20 buses, and take them into the city, grab all them, and just bring them outside?
Be 4 houses too. If it was 80,000, 4 houses.
But they would pay us to take their homeless, and we would build this city out in the desert or
A
out
community.
in Wyoming, and have so many people would volunteer to
They
come and
would.
help.
Well, like the couple that we met, they are trying to get that together. They're down in Texas.
Yeah.
And they are getting people together without government money.
Yep.
That's how much money
This would
all
not be
these people
government.
have.
They could pay
Yes.
us to take their homeless, and they would never have homeless again. And we take them out somewhere. Now, I know, listen, as you can tell, I haven't thought through all this, and there's a lot more involved in all this.
But you got to start somewhere.
Theoretically,
Yes.
take them out, build a place, and then you've got some program people would volunteer and all this stuff and just get rid of them, but they wouldn't have that burden anymore.
Right.
Now, I know my thought is, well, every homeless guy is going to be running to San Francisco to get a free home, and they're gone. I don't know. Why don't they do that everywhere else? And they're probably doing it. They're
Right.
running to these cities that help out. That's why it's kind of a detriment. You don't know really how to handle all
Well,
that.
the husband and wife, I mean, they're professional people. They're
Yeah,
with
I
the
don't know how to
church
do
and
it.
all this
Yeah.
stuff. And they got together. They said, listen, we have professional people. We're talking people who have high degrees, who have wonderful careers. They're giving up their whole career. They can afford to. They're either retiring or whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
They're in the position. They are going to help physically within their field and financially.
Isn't that something?
They want to do that. They're, they're doing it for the country.
All over the country.
Yes,
There were
all
people
over the
like
country.
this wanting to
Yes.
help out. Mm-hmm. That was.
She said there was, I mean, we're
That was
talking,
amazing.
it was a lot of people. And
Yeah.
that is in the works right now. So we're staying in communication
Man.
with them to help be a part of it.
Yeah, this is really thinking about church groups and city groups
Mm-hmm.
and, people that really reach out.
Yes.
I just thought about that tonight because
Mm-hmm.
I thought it's a way of income producing for
It is. Mm-hmm.
churches, even whatever group you belong to.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what
you could
religion.
use a bowling club.
The
buy
bowling
one,
club.
and they can sell them. I
The
mean, there's so
bowling
many
club.
things. And if you go outside your city limits where there are no zoning or they allow these things, or you can take land
Mm-hmm.
that is somebody's land, right? And if, let's say, I've always thought this is my idea. You got somebody who's got this awesome piece of property.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to ever sell it.
Right.
But it's in the hands of maybe an elderly couple that they hate. This is my family
Mm-hmm.
land. I'm never going to sell it. We're going to hand
Right.
it down. If they could take a portion of that and think about bringing off-grid homes in there, you don't destroy the land.
No, you don't
You
disturb
don't want to
it.
buy their land. You don't need to buy the land because it's too much money.
Right.
It's pristine. And you position them and they're really cute and pretty out through there. And it could last 5 years, 10 years, 20 years,
Right.
2 years, whatever the customer, whatever you work out with the landowner.
Right.
So you don't need money to buy the land. You don't need money to put the infrastructure in.
Nope.
All you need is people to buy an Incredibox
Exactly.
that's off-grid, and they put their house on that property, charge them a lot rent. You make lot rent plus the homeowner, the landowner makes lot rent, and the customer gets a great home in a great valued lot because you're not going to charge them too much, and everybody wins.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I've thought about, and I'm
Yeah.
going to put that idea to use very soon.
Well, and two, it's not even an idea that you would keep secret. There's enough out there for everybody.
It's like Elon
There's
Musk
enough.
giving his technology
Yes.
of an electric car
He
to
did.
the world.
Yeah.
I've showed enough videos out here. Anybody in the world could grab these houses and start
Yeah.
building them. Hats off to you if you do like what we do because it is one hard job
It's
to make
hard
this
work.
happen.
Yeah, it is.
But anyway,
But there's enough for everybody.
there you go. Sell these houses, go online, register, get an application, get a contract, then you get your 4-digit number, and then you'll have a link to a contract to sell to a customer. It's all filled out, all the numbers, all the money, everything, and you guys can go to selling.
And I
today.
just want you to just put it out there.
Yeah.
Don't email us. Don't call Randy for
Yeah.
a PIN number. You
Right.
have to go on the website. It goes through Sam. So you have to go to the website.
Yes.
Click on the application. He will get that PIN number to you. So don't have Randy check on it or us check on it.
Yeah.
That's a separate deal.
And I'm glad you said that. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if anybody will see this video that needs to see it, but talking about texting and calling me.
Mm-hmm.
I love talking to people. I love texting people and all that. I can't keep up with it. All right. So I would prefer that you don't text me about a contract or about a sale or about a buy or whatever you're doing. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people
Yeah.
that are on emails. We got a full-time person answering during working hours. All right. People are texting me, and I'm like, they said they didn't get a hold of anybody, and they're kind of mad. I go back and I ask the girls, and I see that they were emailed that morning or the day before. And I know people are impatient, and people are in a hurry. People want to get things done. But please, we're just a family, young-owned company. You see what we're doing. We bring you everything. But if you're texting me, I'm going to tell you, I'm probably going to forget. I'll read your text. I may respond, but I'll forget to give it to the girls because if it's on the weekend, I'll have all these texts, and I literally don't have time to go back through my texts to make this document and send it to them, and I'm not going to bug them over the weekend. And even though I work, I got to let people rest. All right. So I just
You have to rest.
I got to rest too. I mean, I need to. Yep, I do.
Everybody
I
does.
do, and it's a lot. And
It is
I do,
a lot.
and I know that I need to rest my mind, and I need to start doing that.
Right.
I'll give it all I got, during the day and stuff, but I'm learning that I need to stop this. And this is why we're growing to this point to where we've hired a lot of good people here that will keep me from having to do contracts and sales and answer questions and all that stuff, So anyway, thank you very much. Thank you. Let's sell some homes.
Sell some homes.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Bye.